Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, shapes, and sizes, welcome to the Hennessy Performance League NASCAR YouTube channel. Well, NASCAR YouTube channel. We haven't been the NASCAR channel in a minute. Today is CFB Week 1. We have the defending national runner-up Louisville Cardinals taking on new head coach, or returning head coach of the Florida Gators, Pablo Escobar. I am joined in the booth by Jake. And that's it for today. As we load into the stadium, we see the chomping. We see the orange jerseys. Those are some of the ugliest jerseys in college football. Jake, what do you feel is going to be the X factor here in this game?
Well, one thing for sure is going into the season, as most people know, no Isaac Brown on the Louisville Cardinals, so we're going to be seeing a lot different offense for us, the Cardinal side of things. The Gators, I don't know much about as far as what they picked up, but I do believe we got ourselves a great game in store for us.
Yeah, Isaac Brown off to Alabama in the offseason. Duke Watson off to the unemployment office in the offseason. I don't know where he ended up. But new running back, new quarterback for Louisville. As for Florida, as we're going to see the Ole Miss transfer, Austin Simmons, in his first drive in orange and blue. Lead the team out here as they took it out to the 13. And now number 13 sitting in the backfield. Daniels to his right. Three people stacked out left. He'll get the handoff. He makes a man miss the line. Tries to cut to the outside and gets a gain of 5.
Great run right there on the left side, and seems like it's going very well for him.
Yeah, so very similar formation here on the second play. Simmons dropping back the left. He's going to roll. Well, he's going to throw outright to Jackson, who has a first down. Tries to juke back and then gets clobbered at the 35-yard line, but a first down nonetheless. And Louisville's defense is going to have to carry more of a load than they did last season, as Daniel's going to be stuffed at the line but thrown forward for a gain of 4 by Clay Lubin, the senior edge rusher for the Cardinals. So, Jake, what do you think this Louisville defense is going to have to do now, knowing that you don't have a guy like Isaac Brown on the other side of your football for you to go get you consistent points?
Hey, on 1 second as we see this play. Ooh, but yeah,
short a yard.
Yeah, very great point on that. I mean, you know, I believe I forgot who helped me call the national championship game. We saw the type of impact that Isaac Brown has made, and for him to be going to Alabama is kind of crazy. But you know what? I mean, you have to work on what you got. So we'll see how it goes, and definitely going to be interesting as far as the quarterback side of things for Louisville.
And RPO screen, there's a flag on the play. Gibson has some space. Will he get tracked down? It doesn't look like it. There's a touchdown if it doesn't get called back. And it will. A legal man downfield on the center. And so touchdown comes off the board for Florida. And it will bring up 3rd and 6. So unfortunate there. Daniels will get the handoff this time on the RPO, going nowhere. 4th and 5. You can go for it, but Florida's going to opt to punt. A huge break for Louisville. As we see this punt goes up in the air. It's not that long of a punt. It's going to take a bounce. Tries to field it. Golden. Did he touch it? No, he didn't. Luckily, they're going to say he didn't touch it. But it's going to get down to the 14. But huge momentum shift taken away from Florida there. Let's see what Barnett does here with the Louisville new look offense, stacked out left and out right. Now he takes it to Buckley. Buckley has some room, and he gets a huge gain. Jalen Buckley, hopefully for the Louisville Cardinal faithful, he can try to fill that massive gap they have at the running back position. Got the kid out of the portal, and we'll see what he can do now. He's got 3 receivers stacked out left. Barnett with a running back to his right, dropping back to throw, looking over the middle. Robinson has it covered. He's going to scramble. This is where Barnett's dangerous. Makes a man miss. Takes a hit from several defenders and gets another first down to the 47.
You know, I definitely want to say this though. I definitely was questioning this Louisville offense before the game, but it seems like they definitely did not miss a beat, even with the new quarterback and new running back.
Yeah, explosive start here for Louisville. It's the angle screen that we came to know and love, and it still is very effective. Gaining 9 on the play.
And of course, I definitely don't want to remind the viewer areas that two people, as far as in the top 25, have lost, both Georgia and Oklahoma. So, could Louisville be the third one? We shall see.
Yeah, the top 5 teams have been struggling as he's going to be tackled over the line for a first down. Handoff goes to Buckley. Buckley tries to get around the other end, and there's an injury on the play. Jordan Church, the junior guard, goes down.
Yeah, I believe some elbow issues right there, but nevertheless, great run right there and very well executed for the drive.
2nd and 7. Let's see. Louisville's kind of maintained their status of keeping it on the ground. This time they're going to go to the air. Barnett has to get rid of it. And lucky for him, he had a man over there. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. If you're Florida here, do you send pressure trying to get him a sack and force him to punt this ball back, or are you kind of dropping back in coverage? We'll see what they come out with as empty backfield for Barnett. 2 receivers stacked out left, 3 out wide. Dropping back, looking. He throws to the corner. It's caught. First down, Cards. He gets the toe into the infield there. And Louisville is setting up near the red zone now, bringing up a 1st and 10. Florida bringing 5 down linemen with this defensive package. Handoff goes to Buckley. Can he get the outside? No, he cannot.
Yeah, loss of 2 right there. I mean, you definitely see that the way they've been moving the ball is very incredible, but the running side of things, not so much, but they need to just keep on working it in the air here.
Barnett dropping back. Oh, and he tried to hit his man on the hook curl route out there and just puts it in the dirt, and it'll bring up 3rd and long here. Now, this is crucial for Florida. This might be their best chance to stop them this drive, or at least keep them out of the end zone. We'll see what they come out in as Louisville going with the 3-stack left look out of shotgun. Barnett dropping back. He is looking. He's got a man. Can he hit it? Yes, he can. Skinner make another huge grab of the drive, and they get down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, left him plenty of time in the pocket. Make sure to get this man wide open. Great job right there to be inside the 5-yard line.
You would think that maybe a run is coming or a screen pass. Can Buckley make a man miss? Yes, he can! Dragging a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville.
I definitely got to say that during this offseason, everybody was questioning how the Louisville offense was going to be without Isaac Brown. Just this first drive alone definitely proved that Buckley can handle being the starter in this game.
Yeah, Florida has some rust on him right now. He is not having a good time so far. 38 seconds left in the quarter. You look down to the ticker, you see Washington taking down a ranked Oklahoma team at home for their 2nd win of the year. So UW off to a 2-0 start here under new coach Shake and Bake. But yeah, Florida got to get some momentum back here. Need to score, or you could find yourself getting dusted out of this game before halftime. Simmons on the crosser. Can Jackson hang on? Yes, he does. First down, and now they're going to look to go hurry up here. Maybe he likes something he saw. Simmons making some changes. Looking, has a man deep, but the pressure gets to him. Jerry Lawson with the sack.
And of course, I definitely want to remind you, Hill State, that the one thing they definitely don't need is no penalties, because with that, leaving man downfield definitely costed them that first drive.
Will they get the snap off here? Yes, they will. They will run the play. Simmons goes deep to Daniels, who's got the catch, and he stays in bounds.
Wow.
And a big play for Florida to end the quarter. They needed that desperately. Looks like he had the tight end over the middle. Opts to go out wide to Daniels, and luckily for him, it zips right past the defender's grasp, and Florida has it in enemy territory now.
Going to the second quarter.
Yeah, Louisville stacking the box here, looking to send some pressure. They will. Simmons, he's floating it up. One-on-one to Wilson, and a good play by the DB to knock it out of the air. Elijah Davis on the coverage for Louisville.
Very thankful it was not an interception on that play.
Yeah, so see what they come out here. Simmons rolling. He's going to have a screen pass to Daniels. And Daniels only gets a gain of 3. Good job by Louisville to shed the block and get to the ball carrier there, as that guard was kind of just put on his rear end. So 3rd and 7. Louisville with another chance to force a 4th down. Simmons in 5 wide, making some more adjustments here. Now he'll drop back to throw. He will look. He has some pressure. He's got to throw it away. And now on 4th and 7, the field goal team will trot out.
Oh, that's going to be a very crucial.
Yeah, I don't know. The kick is up, and it looks like it has the distance, and it will sail through the uprights. Florida gets some points on the board. Louisville maintains the lead, and Florida once again has a drive just kind of stall on them due to some pressure. This Louisville defensive coordinator's drawn up some different blitzes, some different stunt packages here. See if Florida can adapt, but they got to get a stop now. Plenty of time left in the second quarter, 5:19 on the clock. Louisville can make this a 2-score ball game with a touchdown here. They line up in pistol formation. Barnett looks to option. It's almost intercepted, but he makes the grab and gets a gain of 3. Robinson, the linebacker, read it like a book, like a novel.
And I'm going to say this, though, for anybody who did watch the Oklahoma and Washington game, something similar like that happened, and it was picked. So be thankful that was not an interception.
RPO to Skinner. Skinner sheds a tackle. Will he get brought down here? Yes, he will. Now on 3rd and 3, Florida. What can they do to get this offense off of the field? You would have really liked to have that pick or that turnover, but not all things are going to go your way. Florida coming up with 6 down linemen. Dropping back, looking. Barnett sees a guy. He's going to run. He's got some open field in front of him. Makes a guy miss. Turns up the sideline. Pushed out of bounds to the 36.
Wow. I think that was a gain of 49 yards right there on that play.
Stacking outright this time. Barnett, he'll hand to Buckley. Buckley takes a carry up the middle for a gain of 5, and Louisville has another lineman go down with an injury. This time the center holding his wrist. Going to have to come out for a little bit. Louisville in game 1. Already some concern here, building up a couple of bumps and bruises on the O-line. So that's not something that you would like to see if you're a Cards fan. Barnett dropping back. He is looking. Will he take off? Will he throw? He's going to take off. He barely gets the first down before stepping out of bounds at the 25. And Barnett showing the legs, trying to replicate the performances of past Louisville quarterbacks. The Bridgewaters, the Lamar Jacksons of the world here, trying to make his legs useful. He's gonna go deep and intercepted by McClain. What in the world was he thinking there? Cormani McClain with the pick, and Florida takes over.
And this is what you need if you're Florida's defense. You needed to make a stop, and they finally got it.
Simmons gonna line up in 5 wide. Dropping back, looking. He's going to go over the middle, and Brown can't hang on.
I was waiting for a pick right there. I don't know about you.
Yeah, the linebacker looked like he might have had a shot if he could have gotten turned around on the ball there. Florida kind of lucky there to get a second opportunity. Simmons going to drop back. He wants the middle of the field again in the double coverage. Ball's in the air, and it falls to the turf. Incomplete.
They gotta stop going with these shady
And
throws.
I don't know, but it looked to me at least like 87 had him beat down the edge for 6 if he'd have just waited a tenth of a second longer. Another mistake from Austin Simmons. Now on 3rd and 10, Louisville with a golden chance to get this football back. Simmons going to drop back. He takes the fade shot one-on-one to Jackson. Jackson has it over the shoulder. First down, Florida.
How many times have we seen Florida in those types of situations, and all of a sudden the throws like that end up saving them?
Well, it seems to me like that's one of Pablo's specialty plays is Daniel's run is just going nowhere. They lost it too. He likes to click onto the receiver and kind of guide the DB away from the ball before cutting back to it. And you kind of got to click on there if you're DJ, if you want a chance at making a play there. But good recovery play from Louisville there to get up and stuff the run. We're bring up 2nd and 12. Daniels in motion in the backfield. Simmons going to drop back to throw. Looking, has the wheel route to KD Daniels. There's a flag on the play.
My gosh.
It's a big pass play. And another penalty. This goes holding against the right tackle. And that'll put Florida back on the other side of the 50. That's 2 huge plays for Florida in this first half that have been taken off the board due to penalty markers.
The first time being the illegal man downfield, now a 10-yard penalty for a holding call. Not what you need.
Well, Simmons going to go back 5 wide. This seems to be Florida's bread and butter. He makes a bad read. Davis picks him off, and Louisville has a chance at 6 here. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 29. Elijah Davis makes the play on the ball, and the Cards are set up for a golden opportunity to blow this game open.
Yeah, that's been 3, well, I wouldn't say 3, but 2 drives that have been pretty rough for them.
Austin Simmons' first start kind of had a shaky one as the run going nowhere, loss of 3, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning with the score sitting at 7-3. Both teams kind of played sloppy offense aside from Louisville's first drive. Had a couple turnovers. We'll see if they can clean it up. But if you're Florida, you kind of feel a certain way towards this officiating crew at this point, in my humble opinion. As Barnett going to drop back to throw, takes the crosser to Skinner. Skinner makes a nice move to get the first down and more, pushed out of bounds at the 14.
A very great job by this offense here, moving up the chains. I believe they're now inside the 15-yard line at the 14.
Yeah, pistol formation. Barnett hands to Marshall. Marshall had a gaping hole up the middle, but Kelby Collins meets him there. Only a gain of 1 for Justin Marshall, the junior running back. Second and 9. Barnett gonna scramble. Does he take that shot? He does! Touchdown, Louisville!
That was a well-executed drive by the Cardinals here. I mean, you can only do so much if you're the Florida defense. And now we're looking at, I believe, a 2-possession game here.
Oh my goodness, he has a chance! It's blocked! Florida blocks the PAT. The special teams unit of the Gators makes a play. We'll see if that comes back to haunt Louisville, as now it is a 10-point game instead of it being an 11-point game. That could come back to bite him. Daniel's going to catch it and just take a knee. If you're Florida here, 127, you need points in the worst way possible. You want to go into this down 1 score, if at all possible.
Yeah, but the problem is, though, like the last drive, I mean, penalties have been a very big issue.
RPO throws to the screen. Wilson tried to do a little standing spin move. Only gets a gain of 1. The clock's going to continue to run here on 2nd and 9. Simmons dropping back. He's looking. He is looking. He's going to throw over the middle, and Brown can't hang on. And now if you're Louisville, you get another stop, force him to punt. You have a chance to extend this lead before halftime. Obviously what the Cardinals fans that are in attendance here in the Swamp today would like to see. Simmons dropping back, looking, goes to the wheel route. Does he have a good throw in him and a good catch? Daniels, what a toe drag to keep his body in bounds to hang on to that one.
Man, oh man. I mean, is it Simmons in these plays? I'm telling you.
Simmons needed a good throw there, too, to get some confidence back in the quarterback, and he was able to deliver there. Dropping back, looking. Jackson makes the grab. I think that stick route up the gut right there just needed a little more time to develop into something big. Nevertheless, on 2nd and 3, he's going to drop back. He's going to take a shot. Can the DB make a play on the ball? He cannot hang on. And Simmons gets up from the ground expecting to see his receiver dancing into the end zone. And he's very disappointed with that. I mean, I get it was a hit, but that kind of hit, you should hang on to that ball. Now on 3rd and 3, we'll see if Florida can pick up this first down. Drop back looking. The zig route is open. Brown has a lot of room to run. Pulled down at the 12. Florida going to opt to go hurry up now instead of taking a timeout. Still lined up in this 5-wide formation. Now they're going to audible out. They're going to bring Daniels back into the backfield. Stack Jackson on the line of scrimmage. Snap the ball now. Looking at slants. Dangerous! But a good grab. And a touchdown for the Gators. A much needed touchdown for the Gators, might I add. And the extra point is going to be good.
Yeah, talk about you just mentioned it, a much needed drive for the Gators here. And he showed why he belongs in this league and why he deserves to be where he is. I mean, we talked about this before, Hell State. Penalties have been a very big, crucial thing for him, and now no penalties, bang, we got a 3-point game ahead of us.
Yeah, as you see down on the ticker there, Georgia takes a loss to Penn State at home. Next week's their big showdown with the Clemson Tigers, who have a game against Arizona State this week. Not sure when that's going to happen, but Barnett's first throw is going to be incomplete. And if you're Louisville, honestly, you don't have to try to push this ball down the field. You can comfortably take this to the locker room if you choose to do so. And I don't think Florida would object to that either. But they're still going to try to throw something. Barnett in trouble. And now, if you're Florida and you get another stop, you get this football back.
No, I believe then Florida started the drive or started the game, and then so I believe Louisville will have the ball at the end of the half, right?
Yeah, Louisville will start second half with the ball. Dropping back, looking. He's got the tight end, Skinner. Pushed out of bounds at the 42. You know, the user was on that tight end. You wonder if maybe he should have usered a different guy there, maybe. But with 11 seconds left, Louisville now has this ball down near midfield with a chance to make some noise here. Going into the locker room. Barnett, he hits a juke move. He hits another juke move. And he's going to get down, and Louisville calls timeout with 3 seconds to go. This ball is on their side of the 50, actually, at the 45. This is definitely Hail Mary range, so we'll see if this can land for Louisville. This would be a huge gut punch to the Gators. He's going to take a shot. Ball's going to fall down at the 5. Caught by the other team, though. Intercepted and brought down at the 4, and that will take us to the half. The score 13-10 in favor of Louisville.
Yeah, it's been nothing more than a very offensive game especially for Louisville side of things. But the one thing that I'm keeping my eye on is no mistakes. Just go with the flow and see what you can be able to do to bounce back yourself into this game for Florida.
So, yep, big drive here. This one will set the tone for the second half. If you're Florida, you definitely don't want to be playing catch up for the entirety of the second half. But you give up a touchdown here, and that's kind of the situation you're stuck in. Is Buckley going to pick up a couple blocks downfield and get a first down?
Yeah, Buckley definitely been making a tremendous impact on this offense, and we talked about it before. I mean, we questioned how was Buckley going to do in this sort of situation. He's taking advantage of it.
So here you're going. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for Louisville. Barnett going to keep it on the option. Barnett, can he make a man miss? He stays up, and he gets brought down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, very great run right there.
So here's 2nd and 7. Another gun stack here. Barnett going to drop back to throw. Takes the crosser to Golden. Golden, can he get the first? They give it to him. You're going 1st and 10. Screen pass to Buckley, going nowhere. Florida all over it. And Alonzo Barnett goes down with an injury. He's not getting up. Medical staff is on the field. It's not the look you want to see if you're Louisville. This $1 million quarterback that you got. And now the backup's going to have to come in, at least for a couple plays. We'll see what happened to him if we get our report here from the tent. Allen now in at quarterback. He's going to scramble. He does not have the speed. And luckily for Louisville, it's just a pectoral strain. But now, if you're Florida, big opportunity here to get them off the field on 3rd and 13.
Yeah, very huge opportunity indeed.
Especially with the backup quarterback still in.
Yeah, I gotta hear.
Crowd is loud. Number 7, toughest place to play in America. He's going to try to playmaker it. He's got it knocked away by the linebacker. And now they are going to have to punt. Unfortunate for Louisville to have their quarterback go out in the middle of that drive, but a huge break for Florida. Brady Allen just is not the same playmaker that Barnett is. And Abrams has a chance to return it down to the 24.
Now, think about this, though, Hill State. I mean, we talked about before, outside of their last drive, I mean, we've seen this Florida offense struggling for most of this part of this game, and let's see what they can do here.
Simmons on the screen, bubbled, no, going nowhere, gain of 1.
Yeah, definitely need to work on that.
They definitely do. I think if you're going to run a screen like that, you got to have at least 2 blockers out there to give your guy a shot to make a play. But that's just me. Simmons on 2nd and 9 takes the out route, and he just overthrows it. Not even close. Just came out like a duck. So on 3rd and 9. Simmons going to roll. He's going to go deep over the middle. One-on-one. Kent Jackson, hang on. No, he cannot. Knocked away. And now Louisville's defense gets a huge stop.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. Most of the time when it's 3rd down, Simmons be going for that crazy pass, but it did not make that sort of impact this time.
And Louisville's return man rather stupidly opts to dive on that one instead of just pick it up or let it drop.
Yeah, he just says, let me go ahead and just dive instead of just trying to be able to make a play.
Yeah, Brady Allen is still in at quarterback here for the Cards as they send a man in motion. The tight end going to go out to the right, going to drop back to throw. He has a completion to Skinner. Skinner breaking a couple tackles. Skinner fighting for the marker. He gets it.
Yeah, definitely got to admire Skinner for his toughness right there.
Certainly my pick for player of the game thus far. Allen now will hand off to Buckley. Buckley gonna get a gain of 4. If you're Louisville here, I think you take this opportunity here with the backup quarterback in to kind of try to establish the ground game more. Because, I mean, he's shown that he's not the quickest. He can't really get out of the pocket and create. And if you're Florida, I think you try to send some pressure at him and force him to try to make those throws on the run. Allen picked off. He put it behind the receiver. Johnson makes the play, and the Gators take it to the 41.
Now the opportunity to either tie this game or be in the lead in this game. Much needed for the Gators here.
And you wonder, the injury report said that Barnett was returning soon. If you're Louisville, you're kind of like, well, how soon is soon? Daniels on the run gets a gain of 5. They definitely need him back in this football game.
Yeah, they definitely do.
So now with just under 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, Simmons going to hand off again. Got trouble, though. The running back comes in, or the linebacker, rather, on a delayed blitz. And we're going to see Louisville taking a timeout here before this big third down near midfield.
I mean, you can only hope for Coach DJ here that Barnett will be back out in this sort of situation.
Yeah, you'd certainly hope so. Never like to see anybody get hurt. God forbid. Simmons, RPO. He throws it to the out route. He makes the grab.
Oh my God.
2 men tried to tackle him. He's going to showboat. Brown makes the play of the game. Florida takes their first lead of the entire game on an RPO out route that looked for certain to be broken up, but the defenders got in each other's way there, and that is huge for Florida.
Yeah, definitely huge for Florida. I mean, I cannot tell you how impressed I am. The fact that he broke 2 tackles, by the way, and for him to go all the way from scoring. Now I believe we are at a 4-point game, I believe.
4-point game, 17-13. Louisville going with a different look at quarterback here. Guess the third stringer's getting a shot. Sends a man in motion. Golden going to drop back to throw, and he hits Wilder out of the backfield, who meets a shoulder check there, WWE style, coming off the ropes. Gets a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd and 6. Dropping back, looking, gonna take the crosser route. That's a smart decision. Hughes gets a first down. His first catch of the game.
Seems like Golden is actually doing very well for himself in this game.
And Glover going to pitch it out to Buckley on the option. Buckley doesn't have quite the speed of the Louisville Cardinals' last running back. He's again at 2. And for what it's worth, he's been doing a decent job. You just haven't seen an explosive play out of him yet. So Louisville stacked their whole offense out to the right. It's looking like it's that trail concept, and Florida was all over it. He ran rollout double post on that. I know that exact play very well.
So now, I mean, and what happens if Golden does get injured? Who would be
You
left?
go back to Cook, I guess. At that point, you really wouldn't have a choice, would you?
Yeah.
So on 3rd and 8, the crowd getting loud here in the swamp. Louisville trying to make some changes, and they're just going to call timeout, and that's not a good timeout to use.
I mean, especially if you're the Cardinals and you're in the situation here.
3rd and 8, dropping back. He's got a man over the middle. Golden, man coverage gets busted, and a first down for Louisville. Golden, a freshman quarterback, by the way.
For a freshman in his first ever game, he's looking very impressive.
Very good. He might just lead Louisville back here. Goes to the comeback route, Hughes. I know. Oh my goodness gracious! I thought he was going to
Wow.
break off. Down to the 17. That will bring an end to quarter number 3. Put your fours up, ladies and gentlemen. We have a dog fight here in the swamp in week 1.
Yeah, we definitely got ourselves a dog fight up in the swamp. But golly, this has been a terrific game. I mean, outside of the mistakes that have been made from both teams, I mean, you got to give credit. We're in for one heck of a game.
Here comes the freshman quarterback, Golden. He's going to drop back to throw. He's looking, trying to find somebody. And he's got to throw it away. Good coverage down the field by the Gators.
Well, I mean, you got no choice, especially when you got that pressure coming after you.
Yeah, Manny Golden. I wonder if he is related to former Texas and Packers wide receiver Matthew Golden. He delivers a good throw on the screen, and Louisville's back out on top.
Yeah, much needed, and also kudos to Golden right there, finding his man, and now we got a 3-point game upon us.
Yeah, the pressure is back on Florida fully.
Yeah, definitely. The pressure is definitely back on Florida indeed.
3-point game, so field goal will tie it. I'd imagine that's not what they're drawing up for, though. They probably definitely want to go down and get a touchdown, take the lead, and put the final drive on this freshman quarterback at this point. We still don't know what's up with Barnett. I don't know what he's not coming back in the game for.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to why Barnett is not coming out in the game. So we'll have to figure out, and we'll get back.
Simmons. He's going deep one-on-one to Brown. Can Brown make another big play? It's knocked away at the last second.
Oh man, I thought he had that, but unfortunately he dropped it with the contact.
Yeah, it looked like Gibson on the other side also had a step on his man. Louisville not playing any deep safeties on that one. Daniel's going to take a run. Florida yet to break out a really big run, and that's a good one in a time they needed it the most. That's KD Daniels, the sophomore out of West Point, Mississippi, making the play. Option to go two-back formation yet again. Clock running, getting close to the 5-minute mark. Gasper he never had the chance to get taken off there. Lublin in on the stop.
Yeah, but the problem is though, if you're the head coach of the Gators, you got to be patient here with how much time you got left.
Yeah, right tackle just missed his assignment there. 2nd and 13. Simmons going to drop back. Simmons, he takes the zig to Jackson. Jackson makes a man miss, fighting for the extra yard. He doesn't get it.
So close to the first down mark, but now you're going to be able to need to do something here.
Simmons on the RPO. Takes the out. First down, Gibson hangs on. And they're going to opt to go hurry up now. Simmons going to drop back. Got Gibson again this time. Oh, the middle ball's on the turf.
Oh my gosh.
Louisville picks it up. The hit stick jars the ball free. Corey Gordon forcing it. The senior safety. That is a huge play. And flips the complexion of this game on its head.
Not what you needed there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Buckley now on the carry. And Louisville with another injury to that offensive line. That's the third knock they've picked up today. Not including their quarterback. Sends a receiver in motion. It's the Joker special. And they're all over it. This time the center picked up that knock. Good play by Aaron Childs, the junior linebacker, to get out there and stop it. 3rd and 6. Need a stop. Bad. Need it. Gotta have it at this point in the ball game. They're not going to make it easy on you. They're going to go 5 wide.
Yeah, the quarter. I think Golden's in the backfield by himself.
Dropping back, looking. Now he's in trouble. Golden, gotta throw it! And it's incomplete. And what will Louisville go with here? They're going to opt to punt this football away, which I think is the smart option. I know you would have really liked to go for that, but you... Actually, I don't think you could even because it's 4th and 6, not 4th and 5. Abrams. Abrams breaking loose on the punt return. He's got one man to beat. Abrams tracked down from behind at the 48. Louisville, if they win this game, should give number 46 a steak dinner and a new choice of number because 46 is a horrible number. But, man, what a play by that young man on the special teams unit. Florida going to send double motion here. And they'll pitch it to Daniels off that motion. Daniels makes a man miss. Gets across the 50 down to the 43 for a gain of 5.
Yeah, talk about you got the help that you need from your defense. Now you have to be able to capitalize on the offensive side with less than 3 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, like you said, less than 3 minutes left in this game. Florida going to take a 2nd and 5. He's got a man. Daniels hangs on. Stays in bounds. KD Daniels. What a play. What a second half from that young man. Florida regains the lead.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The scenes that are going on in the swamp right now. They're trying to take down a top 5 team. And we'll see what Louisville has to answer there. 2 timeouts, 2:38 left. Looks like Louisville tried to send pressure, and the guys that were in coverage were covering right on the line of scrimmage or deep down the field. That left the kind of medium pass range wide open.
This is kind of just very crazy at this point. I mean, we're seeing a lot of very unique situations here in this game.
The freshman QB Golden still in. Little stick and nod concept. Golden's going to get the first down off of it. Will they opt to run hurry up? No, they will not. And for what it's worth, Manny Golden coming in 7 for 10 thus far as we hit the 2-minute warning as a freshman in one of the toughest environments to play in college football. Very impressive for that young man, win or lose.
Yeah, we're going to lose, but yet now we're at a crucial point in this game. 2 minutes left. Who's leaving the swamp with the win?
2 minutes left. Man motion to the right. That's the running back, Golden. Florida opts for man coverage. Trying to playmaker. Won't work. Tried playmaker again. It won't work again. Hit as he throws. Gets it out. Falls incomplete.
Yeah, defensive line have been very good throughout this entire time for that Florida defense.
Golden dropping back, rushing 3, looks.
Oh my gosh!
I thought it might have been open. Amari Farrell broke on the ball and almost picked it off and sealed the win for Florida. The contact from the receiver jarred that loose.
I gotta say this though, it's what happened to his hands on that play.
3rd and 10, Golden. It's the screen. Buckley not gonna get it. Another injury to this Louisville offensive line. Just getting banged up all over the place. And on 4th and 4, gotta get 4 yards here. Crowd is being loud. Golden dropping back, looking to the tight end, and the defensive line gets a hand on it. And Florida, I think you do have to get a first down to officially seal it, but you certainly would think that that will do it.
Yeah, I believe Louisville still has a timeout left remaining in this game.
Sims is going to drop back. Gasper pulled down. Timeout. Yep, you've got to get a first down here. You got to get 5 yards.
Yeah, this has definitely been a very back and forth matchup. But like you said, Hell State, in order to seal this deal for the Gators, they gotta get
Yeah.
that first down.
And I hate to be that guy, but do you remember as we are going to watch this play, Daniels run stopped, bring up 3rd and 7. Do you remember Louisville had to take a timeout due to the crowd noise earlier in the half? You certainly would like that timeout back right now.
Yeah, I believe that was early in the third quarter, I believe. So yeah, you brought up a good point on there.
Well, 3rd and 7. We'll see what Florida opts to do, letting the clock drip a little bit. Gonna throw it to the out route again. Incomplete. They opt to throw there. And now they've got to punt this football back.
Yeah, this is gonna be a very unique situation here, and we definitely need to keep a close eye on this. See what Loudon does.
Loudon the punter. It's a decent ball there. Golden has some space though. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Gets down to the 28, and Louisville has this ball. I hate to say this because it's going to sound nitpicky, but if it were me, I would have just taken a run to the inside, picked up as much as I could. If I saw a field goal, take it. If not, punt. And with like 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, but this is making or breaking time for Golden here as Golden runs to the right side.
He has wide open spaces across the 50, down to the 37. Manny Golden in his first game for Louisville trying to get a signature win in what could be a very successful career for him in red and black.
Now they got a good field position here.
Manny Golden. They have a spy on him. He makes him miss! Manny Golden going down to the 23. 23 yards separate this young man from immortality in Louisville, Kentucky. Golden dropping back, looking, gonna throw it away.
Yeah, definitely got no choice right there. Getting a lot of pressure from the right side. So if you are, Paulo here, you definitely need to try to go for at least make your line gives him some pressure.
And this is just the result of trying to run a little RPO there. Got too cute, and now there's too much time left for Golden. Oh, and the freshman makes his first freshman mistake of the day, and he knows it too. Hands on his knees. Can't believe he missed that one. Overshoots his man.
Yeah, that was not what you needed. So now we're at a crucial third down here.
Golden trying to battle the elements of the swamp. Rolling out. Looking. He has some options. He tries to get it to him. He had 4 guys bunched up in the end zone. Had a decent chance to make a play on that ball. Instead, the hit from Hanks Jr. jars that ball loose. And now on 4th and 10, you got to get at least 10 to keep the game alive. See what they come up with here. They're going to bunch them up. Running back in the backfield. Does Florida opt to send pressure? Do they drop back? Golden. Florida rushes 2. Going to the corner. 2 men there. Knocked away. Incomplete. Florida's going to win it.
Wow.
The Gators have upset a top 5 team in game 1 back under Pablo Escobar. Austin Simmons takes a knee. 300 yards for him in his debut for the Orange and Blue. The crowd is going wild. They're storming the field here in Gainesville after the very frustrating 3-9 season they had last year under P. Cola. They're back. Pandemonium at the swamp as we're going to try to get our coaches in here for an interview. First off, we'll start with the winner of Pablo. I guess my first question is, back in your home from last year, You won this place a championship. Did it kind of feel like you were picking up back where you left off with the team last year?
Yeah, it did. Felt better than Lubbock, Texas. I'll say that.
Oh, some shade there. I guess my only other question would be the decision to try to run an RPO, and it kind of backfired there on you. Was that a design pass play, or were you thinking? What were you thinking there?
No, I was just that play had worked every time throughout the game, and I seen a look that was favorable, and I mean, I should have just ran it, but I wanted to dice the game there. I wanted to just to get the first down.
Fair enough. Jake, you got something?
Yeah, I was gonna say congratulations on the win, and of course talk about what was the key players in this game for you, especially on the offensive side. I mean, the first half you struggled a lot with penalties, but in the end, Simmons definitely came bounce back. So my question to you is, what helped you get yourself this fuel of fire that you needed in the second half?
Well, it stopped with the carelessness. I don't know what was going on in the first half with all the penalties, but because there was probably two touchdown drives that were negated because of penalties, and then Austin Simmons and Katie Daniels showed out in the second half. So.
Very well said, and of course, congratulations.
All right. Well, my last question before we turn it over to the other interview is: this win, do you feel like it submits you in the national conversation, or do you feel like you have more to prove as you face this tough SEC slate later down the year?
I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I played very good. I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't expect to win either, so I don't really know what the expectations are. I haven't been playing a whole lot of college football, so.
All right, well, Florida with the win. We'll let him go get off to talk to the team. We'll get DJ in here. DJ, disappointing result coming off of a year where you make the national championship game. And talk to me about the struggles, the turnovers, and the injuries, specifically to Barnett.
There were too many injuries on the field, and I don't know why that was, because, I mean, I watch everybody else play, and none of their guys get injured, and that's just ridiculous that we get all those injuries, and I really don't understand why. We had chances to score, we just didn't take them. I think Barnett getting hurt really costed us a lot. When you had Brady Allen in for a couple of drives, it kind of gave Florida some momentum. We had just missed tackles, broken tackles, There were just too many miscues, And, of course, all them injuries, you're just not going to win the game, which really sucks. So, thankfully Barnett's situation isn't serious. I think, this is the game where it was a trap. We can't just overlook at this game and say we're out of the playoffs. We still have 11 more games to go. We just got to regroup and keep our guys fresh because, again, I just feel like that's really ridiculous that all of our players get injured like that. But yet I watch everybody else play and none of their players get injured. So that's such a shame.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like the training staff has some work to do. Talk to me about the freshman quarterback coming in, his first appearance for the Cards, putting up a really good second half performance to keep you in that one. Do you feel like maybe if you had gone to him 2 drives earlier, the result would have been different?
I feel like I would have had a much better chance. I mean, I knew Pablo was dropping 10 guys into coverage every single time at the end of the game, but I feel like, if we went to him a little bit earlier, we would have had a chance to beat him. Freaking Brady Allen, we're throwing a crosser across the middle, and he just puts the ball behind his guy, which is ridiculous because the ball didn't even look like it was behind him. But, that's the benefits of having a guy who just freaking sucks. I mean, he was originally like a fourth string in Jeff Brom's first year at Louisville, but that's such a shame that we lost that game. That we really shouldn't have lost this game. But you know what? I take the blame for it because I put myself in this situation. So, originally Golden was a redshirt, but if Barnett keeps getting injured, then unfortunately Golden will have to lose his red shirt.
All right, Jake, you got anything for him?
Well, one thing I definitely want to ask is, I mean, we saw Barnett being injured, but then what happened? I mean, could he not get a chance to go back out, or what was you trying to do as far as the QB situation?
Well, I was curious why he wasn't coming back in the game because they said that he was coming back in, but the game just didn't put him in. So, I mean, this is just freaking ridiculous. I mean, we should have won this game. All them freaking injuries costed us, bro. And Barnett should have been in the game, and I feel like if he stayed in the game, he would have won the game. We just didn't, so it is what it is. You're not going to win them all, but there's still a lot of game left, a lot of games to make the playoffs and stuff. Conference play hasn't even started. So, yeah, that was pretty frustrating that Barnett didn't come in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. You got another question?
Yeah, I was going to say, and of course, my last question to you is that, I mean, will this loss kind of help you fire yourself up to get yourself ready for the next game?
I mean, we play a team that, won a national championship not too long ago. We try our best to do things with an 81 overall team. We do our absolute best every single week. We made the Natty when Louisville was an 82 overall. So, and I've been in this scenario before where, I started the year 1-2, and then we finished the year, go to the ACC championship, make the playoffs, and eventually made the Natty. So, we try to do the best we can with very little. But you know what? I feel like this team is not an 81. I feel like it's a lot better than what the overall actually shows. So, I just think if we just got to lock in, get our players healthy, and try to execute next week.
All right. Well, I've got nothing else for him, so we will wrap up this stream here. Florida gets an upset win at home against number 4 Louisville. For Jake, my commentary partner, I'm Hail State signing off, and we will see you guys for the next one, probably later for Alabama-Miami. So stay tuned for that.